More trouble now for Union Minister Vilasrao Deshmukh. BJP wants the former Maharashtra Chief Minister to resign after the Supreme Court observation on the Whistling Wood case. Supreme Court has upheld a High Court order of cancelling the land deal. Tavleen is also with us on the phone line. Tavleen, what's the latest information that you're having?
See, BJP, if you remember last time when the Bombay High Court order came cancelling the land deal, had at that time itself asked for Vilasrao Deshmukh's resignation. So today BJP is up in arms after Supreme Court gave those very strong comments and strong observations saying that land, a government land like that, and that to such a prime land, cannot be given at that rate to someone who's close to you. There needs to be absolute transparency in land allotment, which is why BJP has got more ammunition to attack the centre, and now they've demanded that Vilasrao Deshmukh, who is in the Union Cabinet, should step down, clear his name, and then continue if that is at all required. So BJP clearly demanding Vilasrao Deshmukh after Supreme Court's order today.
आदर्श प्रकरणाचं भूत काँग्रेसच्या मानगुटीवर कायम असतानाच हायकोर्टाच्या आणखी एका निर्णयानं केंद्रीय मंत्री विलासरावांना चांगलाच झटका बसलाय. विलासराव देशमुख मुख्यमंत्री असताना त्यांनी सुभाष घई यांच्या व्हिसलिंग वुड्स या संगीत अकॅडमीला 20 एकर जमीन दिली होती आणि तीही गोरेगाव फिल्म सिटीतल्या अगदी मोक्याच्या ठिकाणी.
In that tangle with Vilasrao Deshmukh, Mr. Ghai, appreciate your joining us. Now, the case against you, which the Supreme Court upheld yesterday, is basically that Mr. Vilasrao Deshmukh, as Chief Minister of Maharashtra, misused his office to extend a special favor to you by facilitating the setting up of a film school on prime land in Mumbai. Will you today admit now that you used your proximity to Mr. Deshmukh to set up this Whistling Wood school?
It is very sad the whole things had been looked in a different way. The whole outlook and whole presumption and assumption, perception is totally wrong. You see, we had worked 5 years for the research work to open a film school, and the proposal was given to the corporation, not the Chief Minister. And the corporation approved the whole thing. They entered into joint venture, and then after doing all those negotiations and paperwork, we went to CM to sign it to bless us.
No, but the fact,
I do not understand why the people take a kuch ghapla hai iske andar ya kuch scam hai uske andar. I don't understand.
I'll tell you why, Mr. Ghai. It is because 3 chief ministers for 20 years had refused to give you permission to start this institute. There were several objections at the bureaucratic level as well. But when the proposal reached Vilasrao Deshmukh, he immediately clears your proposal. That's why there's a question mark.
Let me tell you the fact. Fact is, 1992, I had applied for a small library in a small school. I wanted to open a library, film library for the strugglers.
Yes.
And then it went to the Balasaheb Thackeray and Manoj Joshi, because question is, I was very busy in making movies, and that time everybody appreciated and everybody said, Subhash ji, jab aapko chahiye, aap zarur kholiye, is tarah ke library, iska school hona chahiye. Only thing, I was not ready, and I did not have fund also. After going to the IPO, then I convinced my investors to spend some money, to allot me money to open a school. Once they sanctioned it, that is the time where I pursued the whole thing. I designed the whole complex, I designed the whole campus,
Sir,
and went to the...
Mr. Ghai, no one is objecting to the complex or the school, but somewhere the allegation that even the Supreme Court upheld yesterday is that you got a special favor from Vilasrao Deshmukh. The land which cost about what, 4.2 crores per acre was given to you at almost half the market price, around 2 crores per acre. So you got a windfall benefit out of it.
Not at all, boss. बिल्कुल favor नहीं. अगर favor करनी होती तो मैं multiplex बनाता था. Risky film school क्यों बनाता था? And number 2, the valuation part of it, it was a joint venture. In joint venture, a person who is giving you a land to use, to create infrastructure, to spend 20 crore rupees it, to bring experts, to bring faculty, run the institute and bring it to one of the top 10 institutes of the world. I am doing that. What is their contribution? Nothing. Just a land to use. I don't own the land also. No. I can't mortgage it. I can't sell it, transfer it.
No, the bottom line, sir, is that Mr. Vilasrao Deshmukh personally intervenes to sign the papers to ensure that you get the land, as I said, a project which no other chief minister was willing to sanction. The bottom line, Vilasrao Deshmukh gave you a special favor. Had he not been the chief minister, you wouldn't have got the land.
I think you have been informed wrong. The application was lying there when I went with my money after IPO. Then he forwarded my application to various departments. And then I went to the corporation, Film City Corporation. And then after that, everything was done between us and a corporation. And once the whole JV was made, then after that we went to Chief Minister.
Sir, you're saying it was a JV, but the signature was that of Vilasrao Deshmukh. The project would not have been cleared, I come back to it, without Mr. Deshmukh's blessings. And the insinuation is that because his son was in the film industry, that's why you got proximate to him and got the project cleared.
अरे भाई, हमने तो उनको बताया, he liked it. Any filmmaker, after 100 years of cinema, a filmmaker comes with such a concept to open an international film school in Bollywood, in Bombay. This was the first filmmaker. Why any chief minister would not accept it? Even Balasaheb Thackeray, even Manoj Joshi, even Sudhakar Naik, they also welcomed it. Only thing, I did not have money.
You know, at half the market price, Subhash Ghai gets the land at half the market price to set up a film school in the heart of Mumbai.
What do you mean by half the market price? Film City has its own objects and aims to develop the film school, film activities, film productions. And it was a joint venture partnership. There is nothing called evaluation. This is called a partnership. We will bring this, you will bring that, and that's how we will do the business together. It is two companies who created Whistling Woods.
But why should Subhash Ghai get a preference over other directors? In fact, that's what the Supreme Court said, that Subhash Ghai is not the only film director who needs to get this special benefit. I come back to it. Were you given the preference so as to help Vilasrao Deshmukh's son's career in any way?
I respect judiciary, but I wish they could know more about the cinema and cinema purpose. In 1999, there was not a single filmmaker or a media company who could think that they should open a film school. Only I went there because I had to face so many newcomers, strugglers, and I could feel the pain of many children living in Kanpur, Satara, here, who wanted to come to Bombay.
Right.
So I wanted to set up with my own vision, with my own syllabus.
Okay, is that vision over, Mr. Ghai? Will you take Whistlewoods now out of Maharashtra? Is your battle to save your institute over?
My friend, land does not make institutions. Institutions make land. The change of the address cannot finish Whistling Wood. Whistling Wood is going to a very big institute all over India, in all states, in all cities, one day.
Sir, after the Supreme Court has scrapped this land allotment, will you give up your land in Maharashtra?
Let me think how they treat me.
Okay, on that ambiguous note, Mr. Subhash Ghai, appreciate your joining us here on India at 9. Thanks very much.